Season 2, episode 15 of the Make It Rain podcast. 4 games for your Ontario Reign this week. We might have a long one on our hands. I'll save my energy. Roll the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 2, Episode 15 of the Make It Rain podcast. Let's address the elephant in the room really quickly before I get into everything else. For the first time in a year and a half of this podcast's existence, we missed a week.
We missed a week? Was that the elephant in the room?
Yep, that is the elephant in the room. Outside the fact that I'm wearing a hat for like the first time in 3 episodes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 2, Episode 15 of the Make It Rain podcast. That's Mayor's very own Anthony Collazo. I'm Joe O'Regan. 4 games. We were contemplating doing 5, but we're making it 4. We're just gonna do the week this week for your Ontario Reign. I'll cover the game real quick. Just roll a Rain Rapid recap real fast. Episode 14 and a half. Okay. You clicked the wrong thing.
What the?
This
Dude, I was like, someone messed with my roadcaster.
Someone's messing with the road. Rain win 3-0. Isaiah Seville gets a shutout. All right, cool. Thank you very much. Okay, that just covered episode 14 and a half. Now.
Against who?
The Henderson Silver Knights.
Good.
Yes. The Zamboni cleaning.
Wasn't?
Or was it San Jose? Oh, God. It was in San Jose.
It was
in
in
the
San
rain.
Jose. Yeah,
Wow.
because we're going to talk about Henderson right now.
I'm
and
off
I had
my
a point.
rocker, baby. Whoa! Voice crack. We're not continuing to counter. It's fine. My voice is a lot better today. Zamboni cleaning, go. All right. Joe Hicketts has been at the Spangler Cup for the time being. He's now back in Ontario, though. He was the captain for Team Canada. They eventually lost in the quarterfinal to a team I don't remember the name by. With the injuries kind of starting to, the injured players and the suspended players starting to come back for the Reign, because if you don't remember, Cole Gutman got suspended 2 games for checking Quinn Musty right in the noggin. He's back. He is on a rampage. And the coinciding move, Parker Burge, Keith Mastrodonato, and Matthias Scholl. Pack your bags, we'll smell ya. With Pinelli and Portillo back. Eric Portillo is back, folks. He didn't return until, well, neither of them returned until Saturday, but they're back, folks. They're back.
They're back.
They are back, baby. Anything else in the Zamboni cleaning?
I do not believe so.
All right. Well, cool. We got a lot to talk about this episode. This episode of the Make It Rain podcast, as always, is brought to you by Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specialize in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money in time to probate. When you pass away, just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future, get estate planning pricing, and a free consultation right on their website. It's that simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. As always, the link's in the description, or you can visit their offices in downtown Upland. We got no time to waste. Tuesday in Henderson. Go. Have fun.
Right there.
Right there.
Happy New Year's Eve in the Sin City as the Ontario Reign square off with the Henderson Silver Knights inside of Lee Family Forum. Early in the first, Mitch McLean makes my Reign fan mule as a puck looser than a loose puck in the crease gives Henderson a 1-0 lead. It was a long time before the next goal, as with just over 6 minutes left to play in the third, Baltimore Orioles outfielder Taylor Ward takes his own rebound and goes top shelf where mama hides the cookies. Tie game 1-1. But before any of us can even blink, Ben Hemmerling scores on the rebound and Henderson is back on top. Guess who's back? Andre Lee makes it Andre V. Lee Family Forum. He ties the game with 25 seconds left. Flair for the dramatic 2-2 game. We go to a shootout. Cole Gutman begins his Player of the Week campaign with a filthy shootout goal, and Isaiah Seville goes 3 for 3 and hits the best seller you will see from any goaltender in the A or NHL. 3-2, the final.
Rain win. We're not going to bother breaking the goals. This episode is already going to go probably 45 minutes. That's just a guarantee because 4 games is a lot to cover. We're going straight into the game notes. Hopefully you guys saw the goals. Man, dude. Henderson is in 8th place in the Pacific Division at the time we're recording this video. However, the way they played the Ontario Reign, they play like they're in 1st place. I swear. Every time.
Yeah, the Henderson Silver Knights have given the Reign a lot of trouble, and even
4
when
straight.
Yeah, 4 straight games. I mean, in all 4 games they have played Ontario this season, Henderson has given them trouble. You even go back to their 2 wins, which is obviously the game that we're covering right now, and the game from what was it, maybe like a couple weeks ago, as the time that we're recording this.
Where they just got outshot to bloody hell.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Henderson was outshot 30 or Henderson.
37.
Ontario was outshot 38-16.
Yep.
You might remember that game as the Carter Hart game when he was in Henderson, or with Henderson in Ontario, and the Reign just straight up stole that game. I don't know how.
Yoink.
But they straight up stole that game, and they stole this game too. I think you posted it on Instagram, Facebook. I mean, just a straight up robbery.
Yeah, just robbed 2 points from Henderson. The Reign had no business winning a game like this, especially. Both of the goals the Reign had were just greasers. Nothing by the book. Taylor Ward's goal, who's in net? Carl Lindbaum was basically falling down as he scored, and he just caught him out of place. And Andre Lee literally banked the puck off of Carl Lindbaum's back into the net to tie the game.
Yeah, and then when you
Then you get to the shootout, and Cole Gutman, he undressed Carl Lindbaum. Like, I'm talking Lindbaum's jock is in the rafters. Like, disgusting move.
Yeah, and then if you look at the box score, you're gonna see Ontario outshooting Henderson 31-28. So you might be asking, how is this a stolen game when you outshoot the other team? Well, this game almost fell over after the first goal. The Reign really couldn't generate any quality chances after that goal. And then Taylor Ward gets them on the board. It's 1-1. And then right afterwards, I mean, you finally tie the game. And then a minute and a half later, you have Ben Hammerling making it 2-1 again. Yeah. So now after chasing 1 goal for 2.5 periods, now you got to chase a 1 goal again with just 5 minutes left. And then, I mean, just Andre Leeds does it again.
Yep. Andre Lee does it again. One thing we didn't state in this is there was a penalty shot in here.
There was.
There was a penalty shot. Jakub Brabenec was either hooked or tripped. I forget by who. Penalty shot. Tries to go 5-hole on Isaiah Seville. Seville says, "You shall not pass." And I think that personally was a big turning point for that game, because that was kind of the sign of like, hey, the goaltending ain't going to slouch this game. If you're going to win, you're going to make it happen offensively. Don't worry about the defense. I got it, said Isaiah Seville.
Yeah.
Circa 2025.
Yeah, that's a good point. And that definitely mixes into the point that, like, I was making, how, like, when you're down by 1 the entire game, you tie the game, then you give up the tie almost immediately. It almost felt like the game was over. I mean, that's just the feeling of the game. And the box score doesn't really show that. And then, again, Andre Lee, flair for the dramatic, made it for the moment, however you want to slice it up.
Yep.
You are running out of adjectives to kind of describe how much he means to this team.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. All right, cool.
Yeah, just unbelievable from him. And then you go to overtime. One of the best overtimes we've seen all season.
Yeah, there are good chances by both sides just to get turned away every single time. Then the shootout, I've already stated, Cole Gutman scores. And then Ben Hammerling, Matthias Sapovalov, Jonas Rondbjerg. Reign win. Isaiah Seville hits the absolute celly. We don't even know. There is no name for that. There is no name for that celebration.
There is no name for that. I mean, it definitely fired me up. I mean,
it fired me up too.
Seville, and obviously we're both credentialed now at this point, and so we kind of get to have media access and talk to the players and stuff. And I mean, when you
not
talk
to flex or anything,
not to flex, but when you talk to Seville, I mean, he's not a kind of guy to hit a celebration like that. He's a very quiet, down to earth, just keep to myself guy. So when he hit that celebration, it was pretty funny.
It got everybody going.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it got everyone going. Isaiah Saveville in his return to Henderson, because for the people that don't know, he did play there in 2022, 2023.
Yep.
And he played about how his Henderson stats showed. Really good.
Yeah.
before he got hurt eventually. And now he's in Ontario.
Yeah.
That baby Savvy.
And unfortunately for him, I mean, hey, they're not moving him anywhere because they could have definitely placed him on loan back to Greenville. They decided to keep Seville up with the Reign, which
Porto
honestly,
and Copley there too.
yeah, honestly, good for him.
He deserves it, man.
Because he definitely deserves it. And the reason why we mentioned this is because, as we said in the Zamboni cleaning, Portillo does come back in a couple games.
Yep.
And I mean, Seville has done nothing wrong, man. It's just the situation of Copley being a veteran and being kind of like the first call up to the Kings when they need him.
Well, the situation is Portillo and Copley are both on NHL contracts.
No, exactly.
Seville is not.
Exactly. So
Copley and Portillo can't end up in the ECHL.
No, yeah, exactly. So again, Copley. I mean, you can try to move one of them. I mean, obviously that exists, but Copley, he's the first. They wouldn't have signed back Copley if he wasn't the first call up, which is why they're in a situation in the first place. Seville could have definitely been the backup, and he was going to be the backup for the Reign if it wasn't for Copley coming back from the Lightning.
Yep.
And then Portillo, he's a Kings prospect, and we'll get into him in a little bit about how good he is. And I feel like people kind of forget about how good Portillo actually is because of the fact that he gets overshadowed a little bit by the likes of Carter George, Anthony Stukinski. Portillo is still a very good prospect. But yeah, Seville has done nothing wrong. He's 6-1-1, 2 shutouts, 191 GAA, .916 save percentage. He has been unbelievable for the Reign, and unfortunately for him, just again the situation.
It's a bad situation.
He's probably not going to get any playing time from here on out.
Yeah,
but he definitely deserves to be here in Ontario. And he's been unbelievable for the Reign.
Yep. And one more thing I want to say, because keep track of this as we go throughout the episode here. The Ontario Reign penalty kill has been magnificent lately. At this time, they've killed off, I believe, 6 straight. No, hold on. Just hold on here. I got the answer. 9 straight penalties. The last time they allowed a goal was December 21st. So out of the holiday break, the Reign have not given up a power play goal.
Yep.
Okay. Keep that in mind as we go throughout the episode. Let's roll into New Year's Eve. The latter of a back-to-back, the Ontario Reign, the final day of 2025, have their final bout with the San Jose Barracuda in the opening frame on the power play. Get used to hearing that. Mr. Gutman delivers the first gut punch, and it's 1-0 Ontario in the middle frame. Forgotten NHL prospect Oliver Wahlstrom, Ethan Cardwell, Philip, let me be stat right by you all. I'll make it 3-1. But as the penalty expires, Kenny makes it 3-2 at the end of the power play. Goal. Count it. But with 40 seconds left, known rate killer Igor Afanasiev makes it 4-2. And in the final frame, what in the world? Cole Gutman does it again, and he's going for the hat trick. He's going for the hat trick. Save. What in the world is Tim Rigo doing on a rebound? Oh yeah, by the way, Gutman definitely scored. Tim Rigo then scores, and it's a tie game. What is going on here? And let's take this one to overtime as the ball drops. 3-2. Happy 2012. Wait, did they just score 0.1 seconds left? Yes, they did. Lucas Carlson, a literal buzzer beater right at the ball drop, because I'm using that right now. And the goal is upheld, and the Reign leave 25 with a 5-4 gut punch.
Boy, is there a lot to talk about in this one.
Yeah. Yeah. Off you go. You can start this.
Yeah, so I guess we will start with kind of not a pattern, I would say, but this was the first of the first 2 games where it got a little bit loud, especially within the media. Good first, awful second, good third, where they come out and they look
the 3 S's they like to say.
Well,
slow, sluggish, and sloppy.
Well, yeah, well, they come out, they look good in the first period, right? I believe, what was it? It was 1-0 Reign.
Yep.
And then the 4 SLs, as I like to call it, slow, sluggish, sloppy in the second. It was one of the worst periods I think I've ever seen the Reign play this season, and maybe in my credentialed era of covering this team. I mean, my goodness, they were bad. Just uninspiring, whatever you want to call it. 4 goals from the Barracuda.
Yeah.
Can't happen. Just can't happen. I mean, really bad period. Really bad.
Yeah. it's definitely the worst period we've seen out of the Reign all season. Bar none. Unless there's one, like, from early in the season, I am just flat out missing. Like,
I mean, they've had bad games,
Yeah.
right? But
bad games, yes, we understand that
Yeah.
part. Bad period, especially the way this game turned out, man, horrible.
yeah, just an unbelievably bad period. Ethan Cardwell and Cole Gutman dropped the gloves, and you have to think that has to do with the hit Gutman laid on Quentin Musty.
Yeah,
a
because
couple weeks ago.
that fight was in literally the exact same spot
Yeah.
as the hit. Cole Gutman then proceeded to beat up Ethan Cardwell. Ethan Cardwell is not a fighter either, so it's not for saying much. Yep, that Gutman also had an assist on Tim Rigo's goal, and he scored a goal. Count it, put it in the books. That's a Gordie Howe hat trick for Cole Gutman.
First, it's what? Do you know?
There were Kenny Connors against
Mm.
Bakersfield.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, I just pulled that one out of a hat.
Good job, buddy. All right, put your
Found
hat back
it.
on. Put your hat back on. Put your hat back on.
Nah, I'm gonna leave it off now, actually. Yeah, hat head. Anyways, moving on. That wasn't the end of the physicality. More fights. We've obviously just seen everything boil over in the past 2 weeks. 11 days, these teams play each other 4 times. That includes the holiday break. And Angus Booth has beef with Anthony Vincent. Angus, beef, get it? But
Yeah, these two teams, I mean, they just don't like each other. And
Nope.
I put in my pregame that there should be fireworks long before the ball drops in New
Correct.
York. And so, I mean, that definitely was the case. I mean, even in the first like 5 minutes, you were like, man, there hasn't been anything yet. And then obviously Cardwell, and then you had Booth.
Oh,
and it's like, okay, there you go. Oh, wow. Yeah. So that,
just
I mean,
like out
these
of
two,
nowhere, it felt like too.
these two teams, I'll get into it actually after the game, after we get through this. The Reign, after the awful second period that we mentioned, 4-minute minor in the third, I believe. Quentin Musty high stick when it was a tie game, when the Reign tied it up after the 2 goals from Gutman and Rigo.
Then they proceed to put up a borderline abysmal power play.
Yeah, that
Which
was...
is kind of just not what the Reign have done all week. Because the Reign power play this week was actually pretty good. You can't lie. Brad Schuler is off the hook for a week.
Yeah, so that was that was interesting, man. I mean, you got to score on a 4-minute minor at least once, but hey, I mean, hockey happens. The Barracuda had a good penalty kill, so you got to give credit to them.
Mhm.
And then after that, I mean, you want to get into just the late game controversy.
I mean, yeah, I was sitting in 122 when this happened too, so I was sitting literally right next to it. I was waving no goal. So this is the definition of literally you have got to play a full 60 minutes, not a full 59, 58, Jacob Dvorak. So, I mean, he just coughs a puck up, leaves Cam Lund with way too much space. He throws it across. Lucas Carlson gathers with 2 or maybe 1.5 seconds left and then proceeds to rip one with 0.2 on the clock. The puck goes in. Time's expired. Everybody in Toyota Arena is just lost. And we're over here like, dude, what just happened? Because I didn't see this. I just saw them celebrating. I'm like, there's no way that counts. There's no way it's a goal. But the referee is calling good goal on the ice. They go to the iPad for...
I'm so sorry. The Ravens just missed the kick. It was 26-24. The Ravens missed it. Steelers are going to the playoffs. I'm so sorry. That's crazy. It wasn't even long. It wasn't a long field goal either. It was like 38 yarder.
That's funny. Tyler Loop, you bum.
Go ahead.
All right,
sorry.
back to what I was trying to say. That's like getting iced right there. Iced in podcast form. Anyways, they go to video review. There you go. Trying to get it fully in frame here. And it's the same as the NHL overhead view on that iPad.
Yeah.
The call stood. It was not confirmed. The call pretty much stood because the call on the ice was a good goal. If they waved it off and if they went to review, the call would have stood as no goal. That original call cost the Reign and screwed them out of 2 points. Or at the minimum 1. And the San Jose Barracuda win. and take sole possession of second place going into 2026. And man, wow, what a controversy. Andrew Lord on the bench was irate, incensed,
Yeah.
was losing his mind. We'll just put it that way. I don't know how else you want me to say it, man. The Reign put up a horrible second period, and it ultimately cost him in the third because Lucas Carlson scored with literally 0.1 on the clock. Like, it says 1959 as the goal here. No, wrong. It should be 20 minutes as the goal.
Yeah.
The time of the goal.
So I did see a comment on Facebook from one of you guys. And you said something like the goalie who was like pretty much behind the net was waving it off. Waving it off his two hands. The goalie was doing this over and over again. So I can see why she or he thought this was waving off.
Yeah.
This means goal. He was just doing it fast, like being
Like a strobe almost. Just
like an umpire. They teach you to, if you're sure about a call or if you're not sure about a call, to make sure you sell it anyway,
Yeah.
so that you're confident about it. That's kind of what the goalie was kind of like, or the goalie, the referee
ref.
was doing.
That's what Stripes was doing.
So that's why the goal on the ice was called a goal.
Yeah.
From first look, when they played it on the Jumbotron, and I wish I had meta glasses on for this, or this is like one of those moments where, and trust me, like, if we ever got to this point in a society, Jesus needs to come back. But it's one of those moments where like you wish that you had a microchip in your forehead so that you can clip it and then you can be like, watch it back. On the Jumbotron at Toyota Arena, I think it was a little misleading.
It was very misleading.
Because
can I take this
go
too?
ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, because on the scoreboard, so Toyota Arena has always had a scoreboard problem. We've seen it this year.
So bad.
The time has always been messed up. The penalties have always been messed up. They go to replay, and I don't know how they come up with stuff like this. They go to replay on the Jumbotron. They cut down the scoreboard, the live scoreboard, and throw up like an actual replay with the scoreboard up. 0-0-0. The puck is on Lucas Carlson's stick.
Yeah, that's not what happened.
Not even close to what happened. The puck was off his stick with 0.2 or 0.1 left. If you need a replay, go check it out. The Ontario Reign on YouTube and throw it in 0.25 and literally just see it for yourself, man. Like,
it's so close.
It is so close.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's definitely a lot closer than what
it's a horrible view also because you were screened by Copley and another San Jose player and an Ontario player. So you don't know when that puck went across the goal line. And also, that clock is not a boom, boom, boom. It's when it comes to the 10 seconds, it was a boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, and then
it's weird.
And then it also doesn't help that the AHL obviously doesn't have NHL quality cameras. So so combine that all together, it's very hard to tell. But definitely, like I was alluding to, and then you finish it. The Jumbotron, because when I saw it on the Jumbotron, I was livid. I was like, how do you get that wrong?
Yeah.
But then you send me that video of like the actual broadcast and stuff, and then you
FYI,
see it.
I sent him this video after the interviews and after we all went home.
Yeah.
Like, I needed a debrief.
Yeah, so it was it's definitely a lot closer. So those saying like pure robbery or it was BS. The call
you could call it robbery.
If the call on the ice wasn't a goal, like you said,
it would have
stood. So no matter what, that call was going to stay no matter what. It came down to call on the ice.
Yeah.
Call on the ice was a goal. It stayed a goal.
It stays a goal, and that's the game. We just spent 10 minutes probably breaking down one goal. Sorry. It was literally that important. I just want to quickly get into the rest of this. Man, dude, Phoenix Copley is... I mean, this week he's kind of... Restate that. 2025, Phoenix Copley was actually all over the place. There are games where he had a shutout. There are other games where he was giving up 5 goals. And I mean, this game, he gave up 5 goals again, man. And I'm not going to sit here and just blame the fact that Phoenix Copley lost the Reign the game, because he didn't. He didn't by any means. But defensively, when Phoenix Copley is in the net, it always seems like the Reign seem to, quote-unquote, ole when the opposition shoots the puck.
Yeah.
They don't really get in front of pucks. And this is the second time I'm bringing this up. So I don't know what it is, but it's costing Phoenix Copley. There's a reason why his save percentage is .885 right now or something like that.
No, yeah, and then like let me jump in, if I may. Like
.883.
like you're alluding to it as if Copley is almost like the problem here, which he might be, but
I don't think he is.
But I think the way to rephrase it for the audience to understand better is it feels like the defense is playing harder for some other guys, and not Copley, which I don't know if that's a locker room issue, which I'm sure it's not. I'm sure Copley's a light guy in the locker room.
I highly
but
doubt
I
he
think
is.
the fact that he's a veteran and maybe they're like he doesn't need as much help, it just feels like the defense and like even games where the Reign win, like we said earlier, the Henderson game where they outshot the Reign like 38-16, they just weren't playing well in front of Copley. So it almost feels like they played differently from Copley versus when they played in front of Seville or even Portillo in Sunday's game. So that's just something to look at moving forward. That's just kind of an analysis, not really so much of a fact. So we'll see.
It's more of a coincidence than anything.
Yeah, probably so. Especially with this next game that's coming up.
Break it in. Let's go.
For the first time in forever,
and 2026,
we see an old foe in the Coachella Valley Firebirds for the first time since January 25th, 2025. And I'm going to start this because for some reason on the Instagram, we're calling it the SoCal series, which is just so bad, by the way. No disrespect to the social media people at all. It's just, come on. The I-10 series will start off Milliken Avenue. First period, a bad play from Phoenix Copley makes behind the net, and it leads to Ian McKinnon goal, giving Coachella a 1-0 lead. So we're in Gopper. Just 3 minutes later, Lee would like to welcome the Firebirds to the Wild Wild Ontario. DRE. Can't stop, won't stop. Why would he? Power play goal ties the game at 1. In the middle frame, just like Wednesday versus San Jose. Bad. Ontario was very lucky to get out of it, only down by 1. Not before Carson Redkopf sneezes all over the Reign and makes it 2-1 Firebirds. But have no fear because Cole Gutman is here. He ties the game at 2. Then, with 5 minutes to go in the game, Marty McFly from the right board sends a heater backdoor to the Carillionaire. Kirsanov gives Ontario the lead, and that was that. Reign take game 1 of the I-10 series 3-2.
Let's break this down real quick from a fundamental standpoint. I am not Kent Murphy, but we're going to take this straight out of the pregame to start. Warm-ups, onto the ice. Is that Eric Portillo?
Yep.
Yes, it is. Is that Francesco Pinelli? You betcha. Is that Joe Hickett's back from the Spangler Cup? Mm-hmm. Yep, all 3 are back. Cool. That is an immediate depth boost to the Ontario Reign. That's like getting a flu shot every year. It's just like, just helps you out every time. Boom. Or no, sorry. That's like you have a sore throat, aka dealing with all your injuries, and that's like getting honey with lemon.
There you go.
That's a better analogy. I mean, it was almost just like a pleasant surprise because I kind of knew. Shout out Ontario Reign Pictures on Instagram because she posted something about Eric Portillo was not in a non-contact jersey. He was in full gear and a correct practice jersey. And I'm like, oh, he's back.
Yep.
Sick. And then she texts me again, and Francesco Pinelli's back. Sick. I got the whole scoop before warm-ups even happened. So sick.
Before Hoven.
Shockingly.
He didn't know Porch was back. He knew Frankie was back. He knew Joe was back. He did not know Porch was back. So you had that. If you tweeted that out earlier, you would have been first in the scoop.
Yeah, fair enough. The beginning of the I-10 series, as we're going to call this here, or the SoCal series brought to you by Dig Alert. Just kidding. Not sponsored by the podcast. There's a lot of Coachella Valley Firebirds in the house. Shocker. I mean, duh. Firebirds fans travel pretty good, especially going to Ontario.
Yeah, I almost forgot about it. I mean, I got to the arena like right on time because I was playing Madden until like 5 o'clock, and I still had to shower, iron my clothes, and then get to the arena in the pouring rain.
Priorities, baby.
Yeah, so I got there right at puck drop, and then I had to go restroom really bad. I had to take a number 2 pretty bad. So
okay.
I put the
Anyways, thanks for listening to that one.
No. It all ties in. So I put the game on Flow Hockey. I go to the bathroom.
Yep.
Flow Hockey is delayed by about 30 seconds. Mm-hmm. So I'm hearing the crowd react before anything else.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching the game, staying on the toilet, right? I'm watching the game, and then I hear like a loud crowd pop. And I'm like, oh, they must have scored. And then I heard the do-do-do-do. And I was like, what? I'm like, oh, they're playing the Firebirds. So there's a lot of Firebirds fans here. And then about 25 seconds later, I saw the play, and I was like, that is really bad on Copper.
Yeah. So Phoenix Copley goes to try and play that puck outside, or tries to play the puck in the trapezoid. The puck never gets to the trapezoid. And, well, Ian McKinnon is right there, and a couple players run into Copley. He can't get back into the net, and it's 1-0 Coachella Valley. Kind of a mess of a goal. And once again, just got hair, on the power play for the second game in a row, Andre DRE scores.
I think you're recapping the goals by accident. We're not supposed to.
I know. DRE, power play goal. Cool. Yeah, they did it again. Another slow second period. The three
SLs.
The three SLs.
We gotta find a better name for that. The sliss.
That sounds so bad. Slow, sluggish, sloppy. Yep, across the board. It was an ugly second period for the Ontario Reign. Couple penalties in there, and it just wore them down. But in the third period, man, Cole Gutman
set the tone.
I mean, it almost looked like he just absolutely shafted the shot, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, he threw up a flutter puck, and it went in. Tie game, because he got it through traffic. Awesome. Beat Victor Ostman. And then, good feed by Martin Chromiak entering the zone. Alexandrov enters the zone.
Great feed.
Yeah. Then Chromiak crossed, and then it's a tap-in goal for Kirill Kirsanov. Kirsanov moving his feet on that. This is an AHL defenseman. He looked like an NHL forward on that.
Yeah.
Legitimately. Defenseman joining the rush and then gets it. Somebody's coming in through the back door. Voice crack. And he scores.
Yeah.
And the Reign take the lead and hold the score by that final. And then with 7 seconds left, Logan Morrison decides to play some loser hockey and go boom on Angus Booth into the boards with 7 seconds on the clock.
Yeah,
why?
That was the first time we really saw tempers flare between these two teams, which is kind of shocking.
Yeah.
Which and at the same time kind of not shocking because they haven't seen each other in a year. But
True.
Yeah, I mean that Kirsanov goal, man. I mean he has been a really one type of player this season.
Certainly.
He's been. I mean, I think Andrew Lord described it after this game a pleasant surprise. So I don't even think Lordo even knew that what kind of player Kirsanov was. Not only is he a great defender, but then he also brings some offensive production.
Yeah.
That play moving in, like you say, he looked like an NHL forward. And then that pass from Chromiak, we can't even look past that either. That was beautiful.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, baby, that was pretty. Which is exactly what...
Come on, Superman, say a stupid line. Don't mind the fact Tame Impala was my number 2 artist on Spotify last year.
I gotta get that Oh Baby on this roadcaster as well.
Yeah. Oh, baby!
Just that, yeah.
Yeah, Cam McGuire, how you doing? Just the old bread and butter line, as one would like to call it.
When we started this podcast, or not when we started, but we were coming off Josh Schaefer, then we got Shaft for a year, and now we got Cam. So we've, in my media, like,
you've been
years,
bouncing between announcers.
Yeah.
Needless to say.
You want to rank them? Just kidding. Don't do that.
I decline. Respectfully decline. Yeah. Another thing that needs to be said is Coachella Valley the night before played a game in San Diego. Then they play Ontario, and they came out with some real good speed. Andrew Lord brought up in the post game, and they had some speed. They were good on the rush too. That's one thing Coachella always prides their game on. They still have a bunch of returning players. Yeah. Their transition game is really good. There's a reason why they made the Calder Cup final for a couple years.
Yeah.
Like, they were taught that even between Dan Bilsma and Derek Laxdale as their head coaches, there's nothing that's changed in Coachella. It's the same thing. Nothing's going to change on that regard. Because it works. It's a winning formula for them. And the Reign kind of had a harder time matching their intensity, which is funny because they're on the ladder of a road back-to-back, and the Reign had a couple of days off. So, I don't know what it is. And one more thing. Coachella, when they start to finish checks, the Reign at the minimum have to match them because the Reign were not finishing checks for a good portion of the second and third period. And that just makes a team way too comfortable. Then they start going tape to tape and they start just blowing right by you because they're confident and they know they're not going to get hit. Then you start getting them hard into the boards and then there you go. Welcome to the show. And then they start coughing up the puck. The Reign go the other way. Like the goal that Kirsanov had was a coughed up puck in the neutral zone. And then Alexandrov ends up with it. Alexandrov, Chromiak, Kirsanov. Done deal on an odd man rush. That's how you do it, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's
usually you reserve these checks into the boards for the playoffs. Not here. It's a rivalry game.
Yeah, there's not too much else to really talk about this game. It was a tight game,
Yeah.
25-21, shots on goal in
Very much
Ontario's favor. And it was just a good played hockey game, pretty clean overall. And the Reign came out on top like they've been doing all year long. We'll get into game 4 of the week right now.
Latter of a back-to-back, we have finally reached the end of the week, and the Iowa Wild are in for the first of 2 in the opening frame. Mama, there goes Marty McFly again. Good old forehand, backhand, smack on the back. It's 1-0 Ontario. In the middle frame, Chromie has once again got us on hat trick watch. It's 2-0. And later on the power play, on the power play, Andre Lee is a man on a mission. Another power play goal for the kid. His 15th of the year. It's 3-0. And Eric Brick Wall Portillo is flipping back. 19 saves on 19 shots. Yep, that's a shutout. Reign win by the final of 3-0 and win the week. All right, I'm going to quickly cut to the chase on this game real fast. Who was the head coach of the Anaheim Ducks last year?
Greg Cronin.
Who's the head coach of the Iowa Wild right now?
It's Greg Cronin.
Why did the Iowa Wild and Anaheim Ducks from last year kind of play the same way?
You gotta tell me that.
Because Greg Cronin's the head coach. Yeah, man, Iowa Wild. There's a reason they're the second worst team in hockey, man. We saw it tonight.
Yeah, man. The Wild, Lordo was kind of when he was talking about how they're gonna see the Firebirds and then the Wild afterwards. I think after Wednesday's game, he said he wasn't really thinking too much about it. But the Firebirds, they've been playing, or they are a good team, and then the Wild have been playing good hockey. Yeah, they're just not a very good team. I mean, the Reign don't swallow teams in the offensive zone like that often. They usually play more of a tight game in the neutral zone, and then they play off transition sometimes. And then they can beat you on the forecheck too. They kind of do a little bit of everything. The Reign were just swallowing the Wild in this game.
Gosh.
My goodness. I mean, the offensive zone time was crazy.
It almost felt like the Ontario Reign were on a power play the whole game.
Yeah, I mean,
Dare I say.
let me rephrase that. The Reign can beat you in a lot of different ways, which is why they are so good. They beat you in the forecheck, they can beat you transition because they have guys who can do both.
Yes.
But they don't necessarily swallow you in the offensive zone the way they did against the Wild. The way they play is that they play tight in the neutral zone.
My phone just died.
No.
I just saw my camera go off.
Oh, are you serious?
Or is it on?
No,
wait.
it's on.
Oh, it's on? Oh my gosh, my thing just went. Julia, cut that part out. Sorry. Apologies. Apologies. Go.
Sorry, we thought Joe's phone died, so that's why I cut out. What I was saying was they can beat you in a lot of different ways, like forecheck, in transition, and that's why they are so good, right?
That's why the Reign are
Line
second
1 to
in the
4.
Pacific.
And then, so they can beat you offensively that way, but then they win games because of their back check and how tight they play in the neutral zone. They don't necessarily swallow teams in the offensive zone the way almost like the Florida Panthers can do when they're winning Stanley Cups, right? They just forecheck the hell out of you, and you cannot get out. That's what the Reign were doing to the Wild today. Yeah,
pretty much. And then in transition like that, they were just unreal, man. They had a ton of grade A chances. Gosh, dude, these voice cracks need to stop, man. I almost feel bad for Riley Mercer, who was in net for Iowa this game. He had 3 games. This was his 4th game in the AHL this season. He was 3-0 with a shutout and a .65 goals against and like a .974 save percentage. Brother, that's a good goaltender right there. And the Reign just made him look silly almost. But they didn't make him look silly because of him. They made him look silly because the Reign made the defense look silly.
Yeah.
they were literally running laps around the Iowa Wild. And then when the Wild got into the zone, Ducks fans, you could definitely get behind me on this one. Enter the zone, dump and chase, wrap around the boards. All right, go the other way, back to the point. Okay, we'll swing it. Back the other way. Okay, down into the boards again. The Greg Cronin experience, folks. That's all you got to say. Like, he's... Gosh, man, I don't even know how that man's got a job. Just remember, that man was almost the head coach of the Boston Bruins this year.
Yeah,
it was him or Marco Sturm.
Yeah, that is true.
Good job, Boston, making the right pick.
So you mentioned earlier how the Reign up to the first game or the second game that it was 9 straight power plays for the other team that the Reign have killed off. They did not allow a power play goal all week. So now they're at 18.
They have doubled it.
Yeah, they're at 18 straight kills, 3 straight games with the power play goals. So the special teams is just unbelievable.
Yep.
The Reign have now jumped to 10th in the penalty kill in the AHL and 3rd in the Pacific Division.
Behind the San Diego Gulls and the Henderson Silver Knights.
Yep.
2 teams that so far have given Ontario a little bit of a problem this year.
Yep, indeed.
San Jose is also on there, but San Jose is also really good on the power play.
San Jose is really good in the fact that they're done with them now. I think the Reign are going to... I mean, the Reign have played good teams, really, to start their years. And so when they start playing San Diego more...
When they start playing Tucson and Abbotsford more.
Exactly.
Oh, boy. Watch out. Yeah. Let's just get this... let's get the one player I have a problem with out the way from this game. Nikita Alexandrov. 3 penalties in 12 minutes.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
He was not happy on all 3 of the calls. One of them I understand. The other 2 I don't.
Yeah.
You just can't, man. You gotta be able to control your twig better. That's all.
He almost had 4.
He did almost have 4, except it was a David Yurchek here, Smelia, and the Reign scored on that ensuing power play. The second period woes. We've been talking about it the past 2 games. They were addressed. They were stressed. Bars. And the Reign put up probably the best second period we've seen all season from them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the Reign, they definitely played a very second period.
They outshot Iowa 15-5 in that period.
It was definitely just a blip in the season, which is why I didn't think it was too much of a problem. And Lord didn't think it was too much of a problem either. But
nor do you blame him.
But you know, things do get pretty loud at times, and so and then the man of the hour, Eric Portillo, comes back and is just unbelievable.
He is back, folks. 19 saves on 19 shots. Yeah, Eric Portillo has a 2.01 goals against average this year. Thank God it's him and Copley again, man.
Yeah, I mean,
as much as I love Seville, bro, it's gonna be Portillo and Copley for the future, probably for the time being.
Yeah, and then honestly,
and then Carter George is gonna come, and Isaiah Seville's gonna be SOL because I don't know what to tell you on that regard.
Yeah, in a perfect world, it's probably Ports and Seville, but Copley's on an NHL contract, and he's probably first up to the NHL if something goes wrong up there with the Kings. But Portillo, man, I mean, I see a lot of Kings fans. And you know who you are. You guys write him off. You guys obsessed with Carter George. You guys obsessed with Hampus Sukinski, and for good reason. You guys should. Yeah. You guys cannot write off Eric Portillo because you guys forget how good he really is. I mean, he has not had a bad season in the AHL yet. Nope. He hasn't had a bad season. He has not had a goals against average above 3. Not even above 282. Last year was his worst season. He had a 282 goals against average.
His save percentage last year was pretty pathetic. 889 is not good.
That's true, but he also had a lot of bad games last year.
This year, man, even at the start of the season, like you guys saw it against Tucson, against Colorado too, when the Reign won their first meeting. Eric Portillo is good. Don't get it twisted, folks.
Very good.
He's a very good goaltender, and he is 6'6". The big problem that Eric Portillo had is his rebound control. His rebound control was about as good as it got today.
Yeah, and it has been as good as it gets all season long. His only blip in the season is opening night against Tucson, and even with that, there comes context. It's his first game since last February because he got hurt last season in Calgary.
Yep.
Unironically, the same way he got hurt this season in Calgary with almost the same injury. So,
don't play in Calgary, Eric.
Don't play in Calgary, but that's his only blip. He allowed 5 goals on 27 shots.
Yeah.
That's his only blip in the season. Other than that, 2 goals, 1 goal, 3 goals, 0 goals, but then he got pulled out early, 0 goals. Unbelievable. He's been unbelievable.
Eric Porteau is back to.
Is he the future of the Kings? Maybe, probably not with
I
Carter
wouldn't think
George.
so.
But you are going to get value for this guy if you trade him.
Yeah, definitely.
He's very good.
The Kings have a very good problem at the goaltending
100%.
position. I mean, Carter George, Hamilton Slutinski, Eric Porteau, Isaiah Seville, Phoenix Copley.
And then you have that dude from Finland now.
Oh my gosh, I forget his name.
Lipinski or something like that.
I forget.
I did not say it.
He was about to say Pipsqueak. Nice.
Finland.
Finnish goaltender. Yeah, they have 6 goaltenders that aren't even playing for the Kings. And then on the Kings, you've got Kemper and Forsberg. Kemper's probably the 3rd best goalie in hockey right now.
Rimpinen.
Oh, Rippinen, that's right. And then Anton Forsberg's going to be gone after next season. Let's be real here.
Yeah.
Yeah, great problem to have right now.
Great problem to have.
Yeah.
He's been great.
Anyways, that's all you need to see on that one. Let's head to the rain weather report as we are getting up there in the time slots. 100% because he had 3 goals and 3 assists this week. And more than likely, because this video is coming out on Monday, I'm going to guess he probably won AHL Player of the Week, Cole Gutman. That man came off his suspension, gave the double bird to the entire AHL, and scored 3 goals and 3 assists, and had a +2 this week. And absolutely undressed Carl Lindbaum in a shootout.
Yeah, he's probably going to win the AHL Player of the Week, dude. I mean,
unless someone on Grand Rapids probably did really good. Or
maybe,
Archer Kaliev or something. I don't know.
But, man, Gutman, I mean, what a freaking week he had coming off the suspension. I don't know if he was juiced or he was upset and he came back. Or maybe even sometimes when you have
PD test coming for the kid.
Oh, man. But even if you have a little bit of time off, I mean, that can really get your mind right sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't really get better than this. He had a Glenn Gaudin November 2025 or 2024 kind of week.
Yeah.
Not
I would
much,
agree with you.
Not much to say about him. I mean, he's not exactly a prospect. He's a veteran by AHL, standards.
Yeah.
So he's, I mean, I don't want to say not going anywhere, but he's been very important for the Reign. And if the Reign have Calder Cup aspirations, which
He
by
will
the
be
way,
there.
Andre Lee in that one video, great answer. He was like 2 New Year's resolutions. His first answer was Calder Cup, which by the way, for a guy like Andre Lee, who probably won't even be here by the time the playoffs comes, I like that.
I like that too.
I like that because he could have said Stanley
and
Cup.
passes on the tape, which he's got that so far.
Yeah. Gutman, great week, dude. Short King.
I'm also gonna give honorable mentions to 2 people because they both had really long point streaks. Unfortunately, one of them got snapped. Nikita Alexandrov had a 5-assist week, and Glenn Gaudin had a 4-assist week in 4 games. Oh wow! Did I just name the good majority of the top 6? Yep. Alexandrov and Gaudin were feeding pretty much everybody on the power play. I mean, heck, man, who knows?
I mean, Alexandrov was a point per game player for Springfield. He's come over. He's got 11 points in 12 games now. So I mean, he's pretty much a point per game player. He's exactly as advertised. On the other end, Akil Thomas hasn't played a game yet in Springfield. So that's interesting right there.
Yep. We are winning the trade.
We are winning the trade. Very good. AHL trade. We love that.
Very nice. Very nice. Also, I want to give the other half of the 100% to Chris Height because the defensive core and the PK have just been absolutely spectacular, man.
Yeah.
Especially this week. 50%.
Andre Lee, man.
Shocker.
3 goals. He continues to do. He continues. He won't stop. He can't stop.
Yep.
Why would he? 3 goals. His season is now at 32 games played, 15 goals, 12 assists. Good enough for 27 points. He is going to break. He's going to snap his career point record in literally every level of hockey this season. He's projected to have 61 points.
Yep.
Which is crazy, by the way, for Andre Lee.
What was his previous high? 22?
His previous high in the AHL was...
Points.
In the AHL?
Yeah.
20.
Yeah,
and that was last season.
So he's already shattered that. And now he's on pace to 3x it this year.
He had 28 points in his senior year at UMass Lowell.
Okay.
Or is it Lowell?
Whatever.
28 points in his senior year. He had 35 points in the USHL for the Stampede, and he had 36 points for the... I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. J18 Elite. and then the team, not going to try it. But it was in Sweden.
Yeah. All right, fair enough.
So he's going to shatter literally every... This season, he's playing the best year of hockey ever.
Yeah, ever. He's having a career year. We'll put it in short. That man's out here trying to get an NHL job. Let's put it that way.
NHL job, yeah. 0%.
No. Couple other 50%. Martin Chromiak, 2 goals and an assist. Another
You can't name the entire team.
honorable mention.
That's the entire point of the
Just
Weather Report.
honorable mention to Martin Chromiak and Taylor Ward. 0% Jacob Doty with a -4.
You named the entire top 6 in this segment. Literally.
Maybe.
That's not the entire point.
Not true, actually, because Andre Lee was on the 3rd line, so give me a break.
He was a
today.
first liner in a couple of games.
No,
in 3
wrong.
of the games, in 3 of the games, he was in the top 6.
This is the most anime we might have seen
The whole-
Collazo.
The entire
I just
point of the
successfully rage
segment
baited
is
this
to
man.
single out one
0% is Jacob Doty with the -4. He is really, really slow so far this past week. There you go.
Yeah, honorable mention, Jared Wright, -1, hasn't done anything the past couple of weeks. Honorable mention, Kender, Ace guy, hasn't done anything either. Otto Celine, what the heck are you doing, bro? Another 0%er.
I have successfully rage baited this
All right,
man.
we're at 50 minutes, yo.
Next
We gotta
week for
fly through this.
next week, the Ontario Reign. I'm not even going to bother with the other teams. Wednesday, they play the Iowa Wild again. Me +3, get the family out. Assuming you're a college kid and on break still. Friday. Oh, who lives in a pineapple? London Dusty. SpongeBob SquarePants night against the Henderson Silver Knights. Puck drop at 7 p.m. And then Sunday, they head up the I-5 and take on the Bakersfield Condors at Dignity Health Arena. I almost just said Mechanics Bank on accident. Dignity Health Arena, a 4 p.m. puck drop. Just weird. Yeah, okay.
You'll be there?
Oh, yes. Are you crazy? Standings update real quick. Colorado in first place, 21-7-2. This was after their loss to Henderson tonight. 44 points. Ontario in second at 20-10-2. 42 points. They're 2 points behind Colorado. However, Colorado does have 2 games in hand on them. Third place, 39 points. San Jose Barracuda, 18-11-3. Calgary, way ahead of everybody in the games department, 15-13-8. 38 points. Bakersfield Condors, 16-10-5 at 37 points. Coachella Valley Firebirds, 16-11-4, 36 points. San Diego Gulls, 14-9-6 at 34 points, round out the playoffs. Henderson, actually, excuse me, San Diego is in 8th. Henderson in 7th at 15-11-4. San Diego 14-9-6, both at 34 points. Tucson at 33 points, 14-12-5. And then in the bottom of the basement, per usual, the Abbotsford Canucks at 17-6.
You're saying per usual as if they didn't win the Calder Cup last year.
Yeah, they're not looking too hot this year. We'll put it in short.
They're awful.
Yeah.
Their turnover has been really bad this year.
Well, I mean, they're all on the NHL roster.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And Archer Sealoves is with the Penguins. 2nd to 9th place is separated by 9 points, folks. This is a very tight race right now. Anyways, we hope to see you out at the rink at Toyota Arena this week for those 2 games. Besides that, thank you very much for watching Season 2, Episode 15 of the Mega Rain Podcast. You can subscribe down below. Follow us on Spotify, Make It Rain Pod. Follow us on our socials at Make It Rain Pod. Have a great week. We'll see you next Monday, and we will not be in the same room. Womp womp. Peace!